Your nervous system is going to learn through your lived proof. So you have to run the experiment, sis. Not intellectual fantasy. I know you smart. You have all the degrees. You had the certifications. You climbed their corporate ladder. You hopped off their ladder, built something on your own, and you're stuck. You're procrastinating. You're overthinking. You're fearful of what's to come, and you're letting that fear lead your life, which has led you to believe that you don't even know what to do because there's so many options. Follow the scientific framework and run the experiment. Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, I'm here to let you know that your brain is currently running predictive models based on your repeated behaviors. Your identity has been formed through neural pathways shaped by that repetition. So imagine if you were to run full speed into a wall. You back up, you run full speed back into that wall. You back up and you do it again and again. And then you're not thinking about it and you're just reversing and you're running full speed into a wall. For one, don't do that. That's crazy. Two, I don't even know why I use that as an example. But two, you're going to suffer the consequences of said action. You can think of the consequences as beneficial or not, but they will be consequences, cause and effect, right? Okay. And then three, you're doing it automatically because you have formed this habit that you're going to run full speed into a wall. All right, that doesn't make sense, but that's exactly what you're doing on a day-to-day basis when you are repeating habits that are harming you. You know the consequences, but you've done them so much that they are on autopilot. It's time to stop doing dumb. It's time to stop doing dumb habits that's literally going to put a knot on your head and make you like it just doesn't make sense, right? All right, so I've been talking about this scientist thing in the last few videos, and I think it's a framework that I wanted to develop more of because I truly believe that it's going to give us these steps that are necessary in order to transform our life so we can master our mind so that we can truly get more fulfillment out of this life. So, whether you know it or not, you have been running an experiment as the scientist and the experiment itself and the observer. The thing is, before this video, you did not know that you were running the experiment. But after this video, you will know that you are the experiment, you're running the experiment, and you the observer overseeing all of it. Okay. And what you can do when you are aware and conscious of what your life is headed towards, then you can begin to make the changes so you can truly build a rich life on purpose. Okay, so hearing me out, I'm gonna put some stuff down. I want you to pick it up. It's not rocket science, but it is a little bit of science. Okay, so these experiments that you have been running have likely not been intentional, and therefore you are at a point in your life where you are searching up and down YouTube, online. You're looking for motivation, you're looking for inspiration, you are looking for the answer, you are looking for the solution to your problem. And I get it. I was there and I'm still growing and going through that same sentiment. However, you have to remember this: in science, before you begin an experiment, you start with a hypothesis. Okay, the hypothesis is an educated guess. All right, this is a cognitive prediction. You are predicting based on what you know what will happen if you do X, Y, and or Z. So your brain has been creating assumptions. And if you are not where you want to be, say for instance, the assumptions are: I am not disciplined, I always quit, I want to change, but I can't because I haven't done it before. Or on the positive side, it could be: I can change. Walking daily actually can help me. Putting myself out there and asking people for feedback on what it is I'm working towards can actually help me. Whatever it is, you are creating the hypothesis of your experiment. This is predictive processing. Your mind anticipates outcomes based on past evidence, unless you change that. But if you don't, it's going to use what you've done before. When you are unconscious, it's going to use what you've done before. If you are aware, you're going to work to change that. But I will let you know that your survival mode is going to want you to stay the same because it feels safe. So you have to actively work. That's why you have to be conscious that you're running the experiment. Okay, your beliefs are often untested hypotheses disguised as identity. Okay, all right, so now that you have your hypothesis, is either what you want or what you don't want. But say for instance, we have cognitive prediction of something that's going to work in our favor. The next thing you have to do is you have to take that idea. So let's stick with the example: I want to build $1 million business. Then you have to take that into the experimentation lab. For one, you need to know what you're talking about. You need to be able to provide something valuable. You need to be able to do so many things before you just go jumping into having a 7-figure business, right? The experimentation is essentially testing the behaviors. So your act, you have to, which is you taking action. So the action is going to create evidence, is going to create feedback, is going to create new emotional experiences. You're going to become someone new. You're going to transform because you are taking action on your hypothesis. And we're going to say you are now conscious that you are running an experiment. And so the hypothesis was something you desire, and the experimentation is working towards that desire. All right. You are going to receive new neural feedback. Okay. But you haven't done this before. It's new. It's going to feel hard. It is going to suck because you're going to become this upgraded identity, this upgraded version of yourself. That does not mean quit. It just means that certain variables have certain things about you on a personal level, and your actions are going to have to also upgrade. And that's why being a scientist is so dope, because it's never a failed experiment. It's just more data. Neuroplasticity is the word. Essentially, repeated behaviors, repeated patterns, which is your repeated action, it can literally reshape the behavior patterns. Your mind, your wiring is not hard. You are the author. You have the capacity, you have the capability to easily inform and redirect the neural pathways and create new ones based off of your action, your repeated action. You are in control. That's what everyone's been talking about. You are in control. You are in control. That action that you're going to take towards your dream life is going to interrupt previous programming. It's going to stop it's going to put a halt to the conditioning. You're going to be reprogramming yourself through your action. You're going to come to a point where you're going to be like, whoa, whoa, what's going on? What's going on is that you are finally transforming your life. But don't get scared of the new. Stay with me. The next step is observation. This is metacognition. You are the scientist doing the experiment. You are the experiment. Now you are going to be the observer. This is the role where you are observing the whole thing. You're observing patterns. You're observing triggers. You are observing behaviors. You are observing your emotional responses. You're working to build or start a $1 million business, right? Great book, by the way. I'll talk about that in a minute. But if you are working to build a $1 million business, there are certain actions you need to take. But if you're working to build a 7-figure business, $1 million business, you also need to note that you're going to be observing the feedback from your audience, your clients, your customers as well, because you need that to inform your next step, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But first, just be mindful that metacognition is your awareness of thought processes. Okay. Without observation, you're going to remain programmed. You're going to remain programmed. With observation, you become adaptive. And being adaptive is an extremely important skill set in any area of your life, in every area of your life, actually. All right, so next, after we observe, this is a critical part. All the parts of the experiment is critical, but I guess this is my favorite part. I think this is where a lot of people drop off, and this is what a lot of people avoid. But now so far you have created your hypothesis, okay, your educated guess. You went into the lab to do your experiment. You have observed said experiment. Okay, so now you have been in all of the roles: the experimenter, the experiment itself, and the observer. So what's next? Variable adjustment. This is the behavioral engineering. This is when you're going to take everything you've done and improve upon it. So if you are building a 7-figure business and you didn't make the sales you needed to make in this quarter to reach your financial goal, you may be missing certain skill sets that you don't even know about, but you had to go through the process to then get to this point. Okay, so go back and look at your data to see what you're missing. Or if you aren't operating at the level that a 7-figure CEO or 7-figure business owner needs to operate, maybe you need to invest in coaching. Maybe you need to invest in advisement. Maybe you need to invest in systems that's going to allow you to get to your goals. Whatever it is, you're going to have to adjust the variables that are going to get you closer or to your goal. So the habits, the focal points, whatever it is, right? Whatever adjustments that you need to make at this point, this is all based on now the data, the feedback that you've gotten from step 1 through 3. This is very important. Behavioral psychology also emphasizes the importance of environmental design. So maybe you had everything right. Maybe your mind isn't right because of the environment you're in. Maybe you need to declutter. whatever it is, you're going to have to assess everything that happened. The best way to have an impactful variable adjustment is if you tracked everything you did before. If you didn't track it, if you didn't write it down, if you didn't put it on a computer, on a notepad, like if you didn't track it, you don't know what the heck to change. So I need you to track it. It's very important that you track it. I have a tracker, link in the description if you need one, but it's also a guide. It's not just a tracker. It's actually a transformative guide and tracker that's going to get you to the transformation that you so seek. Plug, shameless plug. Transformation is going to require engineering your environment, your mindset, the people you're around. You're going to have to audit everything. Okay, this is when it gets real. This is where like I said, this is a critical point that I think a lot of people skip over. You're going to have to change so many things at this point, but a lot of people will get overwhelmed at this point, right? They're like, okay, I know what's wrong, but making the change is often the most difficult part. But this is the most impactful part, and this is what's going to get you from point A to point B. You can't avoid this step. This is critical. You can't avoid any of the steps, but this is the most critical step that I think where most people quit. So don't quit. If you feel overwhelmed and you're like, these are too many things I need to change, start with one thing. Start with one thing that's going to make an 80% change. Start with one thing that's going to be the most impactful. Start there. Don't be afraid to make one change at a time. Also, what are you rushing for? You created the timeline. You can recreate the timeline. You are in charge, okay? As a human being, you adapt through trial and error, feedback and refinement. Just like in muscle growth, skill development, emotional resilience, and entrepreneurship. Your nervous system is going to learn through your lived proof. So you have to run the experiment, sis, not intellectual fantasy. I know you smart, you have all the degrees, you have the certifications, you climbed their corporate ladder, you hopped off their ladder, built something on your own, and you're stuck, you're procrastinating, you're overthinking, you're fearful of what's to come, and you're letting that fear lead your life, which has led you to believe that you don't even know what to do because there's so many options. Follow the scientific framework and run the experiment, okay? This is going to get you to building a rich life on purpose. This is going to get us to building a rich life on purpose, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. You can use this scientific framework and run the experiment in every single area of your life. You want a better relationship, run the experiment. You want to improve your health, run the experiment. Your wealth, run the experiment. Yourself, your relationship with yourself, run the experiment. Your business or your career, run the experiment, sis. That's necessary. It's a necessity. Okay. It's a way and also if you are a procrastinator, like you're all over the place. This seems to work for those of us who are all over the place. Is having a framework to put these things in and to follow. I don't know if it helps people with ADHD, but if you're all over the place, it helps people to follow specific steps. All right, so it's time to stop being passive and to start being intentional about the actions we take and the habits we form because they are literally rewiring our brain. In a passive life, life is happening to you. When you are experimenting with life and trying new things and just following your curiosities and deciding to no longer live small, life becomes consciously designed. Personal evolution begins when you shift from passive participant to conscious architect. I keep saying this, I'm going to reiterate it. You are the builder, you're the architect, you are the author of your life. Make something beautiful. Design the beauty that you desire by taking action. Taking action is part of it, but in order to build that beautiful life, you're going to have to engineer your evolution through internal experimentation. Ladies, it's time for us to get into STEM. It's time for us to get into our science bags and engineer our life and put our unused potential to work. So if that sounds like you, if you're ready to build more momentum in life, be sure to check out the links in the description. I created it specifically for my procrastinators, my overthinkers, my fearful, my fear-led, anyone who just may be confused about where to start. If you want true change in your life, if you want to take the challenge on to put up 100 YouTube videos in 100 days, like I just did. If you want to lose weight, like I lost 50 pounds. If you want to build a business, if you want to start a newsletter and consistently put one out every single week, you're going to have to master your mind so you can transfer your life to get more fulfillment out. So be sure to click the links in the description. I truly appreciate you being being here with me today. I really hope you were able to pick up what I put down. We're going to continue to dive deeper into this framework because I think it's going to work. If you've been looking for a framework to get you started on building your rich life on purpose, I think I figured it out. And let me say this, it's time to run the experiment, sis. All right, thank you so much for watching. My name is Spivey J, and I really do hope you have a beautiful day. All right, peace.